question.
In a year, though, is an unusually short span of time, because they always say, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years,
That's
yeah.
a way of telling YouTubers that your business is going to die.
Yes.
Because no one, like, old media companies are always like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Because they assume that thought will terrify you.
Yeah. In a year, honestly, kind of doing the same thing,
Yeah,
just doing it to a larger extent. I mean, I said it, well, at the thing last night, but none of you guys were there. That a lot of what I'm doing now is finding the small YouTuber that is really talented. Because over the past 3 months, really high quality content has hit YouTube, and a lot of that came from HD videos on YouTube. And I think we all know that really good content doesn't always thrive. Like it has to have something that pushes it up. So I think that's really what I'm focusing on. I still want to do my show, but there are a ton of people in this audience way more talented than me. And you agreed, yes. And him, okay. We don't have to raise hands. We know. No. And so I think just finding those people and helping them flourish, that's kind of my goal.
That's something that you've done a lot of. I'm wondering if that's how you must find that really fulfilling, because you have helped a lot of. I mean, you helped us way back in 2007, but you've launched just in the last few months the careers of a lot of new YouTubers, and that must be a lot of fun to see it happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's really fun, and actually, no, that's the end of it. It's super fun. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Yeah. Plus, then when they're huge, they remember you,
or they leave you.
Moving on. Pimpy face. I'm not making these up.
Pimpy, not pimply?
Not pimply, just
okay.
pimpy. I almost definitionally not pimply. Says, are you actually that naturally funny, or do you think over things for a while before filming?
God, man, these hardball questions.
Yeah. The next one's from Connie Chung.
Connie Chung, yes.
Ready for that.
No, all my shows are ad-libs because, I mean, it's the same reason I asked you not to give me any of the questions beforehand, because I was like, I'm going to say something funny, and then it would fall on deaf ears, and I would just be like, oh, fuck. Yeah. And then I would walk away. I wouldn't know how to deal with that level of dissatisfaction.
Yeah, I get panicky when I have to, like, make a joke that I wrote in advance.
You're holding it together backstage.
Well, I didn't have any jokes. Mike Carrot asks, what do Phil's parents think of his job? But he spelled of so poorly I had trouble with that, but that's what it was.
My guys are college educated. No, my parents, they hated it at first. Actually, I think I mentioned it in a video. My parents kicked me out because they were like, you're an idiot. Why are you doing this? And, I mean, wait, do we have people, can you raise your hands how many people are servers at one point? That is way too few. Yes, Outback.
Oh, brutal. Steak and Shake was pretty brutal, but Outback, bloomin' onion after bloomin' onion.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a parent and your son's like, no, okay, I know I'm going to take a semester off and I'm just going to wait tables and make videos, and you're like, no, you're retarded. You are retarded. Don't do that. And so they hated it until like their friends started going, oh, your son, he's funny. He's terrible what he said about God, but he's funny. And now they love that I pay their bills, which is really good. So they're good. They're good now. I love my parents. They're good now.
All right, our last Twitter question comes from Jacob Was Here, which is true.
Where?
I don't know. If he'd really been here, all the girls would be out there with him.
I was really hoping one guy would be like, here! And I was like, oh.
You're very honest. Is it because you're like that in real person, or because you... I just read the questions, Phil.
Do you know what think is are? No, I don't.
Is that because you're like that in real life, or because you're so comfortable with your audience and so comfortable in front of the camera?
Oh, no,
I flourished up the question a bit there at the end.
You're like, I made it work. There's now a period and a comma in the sentence. No, that would be a liar if I said I always told the truth. I think anyone would be. I'm generally, until recently, and because I'm in my mid-20s now, this is what's weird to say.
God, you're young.
I know. I was generally a bad person. Like, I used to lie a lot. I think you just have to be honest in videos, and that helps me, and it also cuts me down. I don't know. People are smart-ish when you make a video, and if you blatantly lie to them, maybe it's kind of like when you're watching a video, and they don't say that they're advertising something, and then you're just like, really? I'm stupid? I'm stupid? Thanks.
Right.
Yeah,
I think you like Aquafresh that much.
I have dry mouth. I'm gonna actually, while I answer this, I'm gonna go get my water. Okay.
Do you feel a disconnection? I miss having you on the couch with me.
I know. Can we cuddle while we do one of these questions?
Maybe at the end.
No, you do it like this. Wait, come on. Switch it. Do that one.
Oh, I'm not good at. Hello?
Why is the mic going to my mouth? Both of them.
I don't know. How am I supposed to? Am I doing this?
Do it with the left hand. It's like wine glasses. There we go.
Oh, I'm bad at math.
But what was your question?
Do you feel a disconnection between your real self and the person that you play on the Philip DeFranco show? I mean, clearly not that much of a disconnection.
A little. I mean,
I know I do.
Yeah, wait one second. No.
Aquafina.
Yeah, you have to have a certain level of disconnect because otherwise, if I was like that all the time, I would want to punch me.
Yeah.
Like hard. And sometimes I do. Okay, I lie in videos sometimes when I have like a certain opinion because I want people to like freak out. Like whether you go after like the left or the right politically. Sometimes you're in the middle of the road, but you're just like, I'm just gonna mess with some people. And yeah, I talked so long that I forgot what the question was, but I think I answered it at some point.
But like, so when you do the, you did answer it.
Yes.
When you turn on the camera, do you feel like you're like more Philip DeFranco than you are when the camera's off?
Yes. I mean, I think you can see that in my vlogs too. When I stop and I say because this would be a really weird interview, and I was like, "Hey, John,
jump cut.
What are you gonna do when they come for you?"
Yeah. People always say to me, "You're so shy," and I'm like, "Well, not really. It's just I am alone in my basement screaming at a camera, which is something a lot of shy people do."
Yes. Yes.
And the last question that I wanted to ask you, because you have launched so many careers, and particularly of late, and because that seems to have really become a passion of yours, which is something I really admire about you and about the way that you sort of use your platform in online video. Sorry, I hate that word. I'm sorry. We both wish we could go back in time and not hear the word platform.
The space.
What are you watching now?
Oh, like on YouTube?
Yeah, what do you like?
Ooh, I love Julian Smith.
He's great.
Wow, I'm trying to think. Holy God.
You turned me on to that Freddie W.
Freddie W, yeah. Mystery Guitar Man.
He has eyes, you know. I saw him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who else? Wait, who else?
They're all there.
Just
they're
tell
gonna tell
me.
you who you're watching.
Who am I watching? Shane Dawson?
Yeah, Phil has just discovered Shane Dawson.
I heard about
He's a really
him.
promising. Yeah. He's gonna be big someday.
Yeah, he's the guy that does the vlogs with the kids, right?
I don't know.
No.
I've never seen him. Yeah. Is that yeah?
I love you, Shay Carl.
Is he here?
They love you too.
I hope he's not here. I'd get too nervous.
I don't know. I think he's beating his children somewhere.